Hello everyone, this is going to be a very quick video on just solving systems review. So your assignment today is a review of using different techniques to solve systems, and I just want to give you a little bit of a hint as to how to decide which one to use. So for instance, using the transitive property, if you see that both equations say y equals, so what you're looking for is they both say y equals something, then you're going to use that transitive property. Because if they both equal y, then they equal each other. So you end up getting an equation where the two sides equal each other. So like the first step of this equation would be 2x plus 4 equals negative 5x plus 7. So if you see where they both equal y, use the transitive property. You're going to use substitution if you notice that one of the variables is by itself. So x or y is by itself. If it's by itself, what that means is you can plug the other side in for the other variable. So for instance, x is the same as y minus 1, which means they are interchangeable. They're the same thing. So instead of this x, you would plug in y minus 1. So your equation would say 2 instead of x, it would say y minus 1 plus 3y equals 4. You've now just created an equation that has only one type of variable and you can solve for it. So again, if you see an x or y that is by itself, you're using substitution. Just a reminder, the transitive property essentially is substitution. It's just a different name for the same thing. It's just a specific type. Now, if you're going to use elimination, what you're going to notice is your x's are lined up, your y's are lined up, your equals are lined up, and those constants are lined up. Everything's all nicely lined up. So on this problem, they are. The x's are lined, the y's are lined, the equals are lined, and the constants are lined. So this is going to tell you that you're going to use elimination. Now, if one of the variables had opposite constants, you're ready to just start adding it, and one of your variables will go away, just like what we've been practicing the last couple of days. If one of your variables is not opposites, you're going to have to create opposites. So don't forget, you're going to use that LCM, the least common multiple, or the first common multiple. So for instance, if I were to start this problem, I would see that my coefficients of y are a 3 and a 2. The first multiple of 3 and 2 is 6. So I would multiply this top equation by 2 because 3 times 2 is 6. And I'd multiply this bottom equation by 3, which if you multiply an equation, you have to multiply everything. So that top equation would become 4 times 2 is 8. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6, and 1 times 2 is 2. On the bottom equation, 5 times 3 is 15, 2 times 3 is 6, and 7 times 3 is 21. Now, when I went and added this equation, my y's would cancel. They're gone. And 8x's plus 15x's is 23x's, and 2 plus 31 is 33. I didn't create those equations to actually work pretty. I just wanted to show you what they look like. So if your problem looks like that, then use the technique of elimination. So today's assignment is you trying to figure out which technique works best to solve that system. So your word of the day is systems, because we are solving systems. We are trying to use our different techniques so that we do not have to be told which ones to solve it, but that we can use whatever works best for us. Your assignment is solving systems review, and it is due Friday, April 3rd. I do have office hours on Friday. Yours are from 10 to 10:30. If you have any questions, stop on by. Email me, message me on Google Classroom, whatever you need to do. Have a great day, and I hope you're staying safe and healthy.